reforms in the compensation schemes are important. It's not only a moral issue, you know, it says it's an outrage issue. It's also the fact that if you have incentive structures that encourage short-sighted behavior and excessive risk-taking, incentives matter, and you're going to get that kind of behavior. And so what we've seen happen is not a surprise. But you need far deeper reforms than that. You know, we need to recognize, and this is something that the finance ministers don't like to focus on, is that our financial sector didn't do what it's supposed to do. Allocate capital, manage risk, and to do it at low transaction costs. They did at a huge transaction cost. 40% in 1 year in the United States of all corporate profits were in the financial sector. A competitive financial sector doing what it's doing should be a small sector. It's a means to an end, not an end in itself. So we forgot those basic lessons, but the problems of incentives occur not just at the individual level, but at the organizational level. If you have banks that are too big to fail, they know that if they gamble and they win, they walk off with the profits. They lose, the taxpayer picks up the losses. The problem of too big to fail banks has become much worse since the beginning of the crisis. You should remember, you know, while we're making some strides in trying to improve things, we've made some things much worse. And it's worse because we have bigger banks, more concentration, but also because we've increased the moral hazard problem. We've introduced in many countries around the world a new concept that never had any role in economics before. Banks that are too big to be financially resolved, where you protect the bondholders and shareholders as well as the institution and the depositors. The G20 really hasn't done anything adequate to deal with that. And they're talking a little bit about more capital adequacy requirements, but if they allow them to continue, even having a little bit more cushion is not going to eliminate the asymmetries in their behavior, the incentives that they have for excessive risk-taking, particularly when you combine proprietary trading with trading on behalf of others. So you have a conflict of interest.